Welcome back to the channel. Let's explore together. We're checking out the first guy to ever eat an egg from Ryan George. Sometimes Ryan George's premises are more bizarre than others. And this was bizarre enough that I had to click. I feel like eating an egg was not a radical idea. Like, you know, Ryan does a lot of these things where you could kind of see where you'd go with this. Like, oh, when you really think about it, this is kind of a crazy thing that we do. Eating eggs, feel like, you know, that's a lot less crazy. It's just what animals do. I guess if you think about what the egg actually is, you know, just an unfertilized chicken potentiality, right? It's basically like eating the chicken equivalent of period discharge, I suppose, in a way. If you want to like think about it like that, it could get a little funky, but I don't know. It seems pretty normal. In nature, everything's always eating everything else eggs because, of course you do. It's gooey and delicious inside. Like, what do you want from us? Anyway, let's see what Ryan has to say.
This video is sponsored by Opera. Thanks for
That's the
sponsoring,
browser
Opera.
that I use.
Hi there. Hello. Welcome to the food place.
Yeah, hi there. Hello. I saw this place has a star on Yelp, so I figured I gotta check this
I
out.
think we have 1 star out of 5 on Yelp.
I figure having 1 star is pretty impressive, you know, given the economy.
That's fair.
You dumb? I do dabble in dumbitude. I do.
All right. Well, listen.
Listen. Don't call the man dumb. That logic checks out in this economy. I don't know how, but it does. Okay? Okay?
I made this new thing I want you to try. Okay, give that a shot.
Hey, this is one of the grossest things I've ever seen.
Yeah, I'm thinking some people could eat that every single day.
You eat this?
Yes. What is it, though? Well, I'll tell you. You know the stuff that chickens poop out?
Yeah, chicken poop? No, the other stuff, the smooth white rocks with goop inside. That's what this is. No, this is not what the goop looks.
First of all, there was never a moment I looked at scrambled eggs and thought it looked gross. Now, those scrambled eggs are very overexposed in the lighting. And they do not look that pleasant. Maybe Ryan George is just letting us know that he's never had eggs prepared the right way. And this is just him telling us that. That's what I choose to believe. When you looked at the first plate of eggs you ever saw, did you think it was gross? Because I don't think you did. It looks like a yellow treasure trove of wonderment. Or if you had a sunny side up egg, even better. So I don't know if I'm on the same page as you, Ryan. I think you just have a weird egg aversion due to some bad life experiences. Let's see if he could sell me on it, though. Maybe you'll sell me on the weirdness of eggs as we go. So far, not sold. Eggs are great.
Looks like. The goop looks like if someone sneezed a canned peach. Yeah, I mean, I had to go through a bunch of steps to make it not as disgusting, but still pretty disgusting conceptually. What do you mean? Well, first, to get the goop out, I had to be super careful, so I kind of had to... Okay, that sounded violent. It was, yeah, and then I just kind of...
I think Ryan just doesn't like eggs for some reason. Did an egg touch you as a child? You can tell us. Because, yeah, cracking an egg's pretty simple. Just do. You want to talk about something that's brutal to eat a crab or a lobster. That they clearly didn't want you eating it. It's a war the whole way. I could make an argument for maybe that's a strange thing we're eating. You know, or just any sort of shellfish. They clearly didn't want us to eat them, but an egg is like a gentle crack. It's not following. Also, a raw egg doesn't look gross. It's so uniform. Clear and a big, perfect yellow center. Of the foods I eat, an egg is one of the ones that looks the least offensive. That's coming from an autistic person, okay? There's a lot of things that look bizarrely offensive to me that to other people it looks fine. And I could tell you confidently, an egg is not weird. What is happening here? Who hurt you, Ryan?
Kind of sounds like you have unresolved anger issues. You would think that, wouldn't you? I do very much.
Also, scrambling eggs is a very light process. It's whisk. You don't have to be that aggressive. And again, you ever have a good sunny side up egg or over easy? You don't even need to scramble that bad boy.
Pretty much, yes. Yeah, you're not wrong. Anyway, then I kind of scrambled the goop around on some hot metal till it looked like yellow brains, and here we are. And that's supposed to make it good? Well, you sprinkle it with little crystals and seeds so it doesn't taste like sweat. But like, why even bother? Why not just eat the goop in its natural form? I guess you could do that if you're like a guy in a training montage who wants to show how tough he is. You could eat the goop in that situation. Oh, that does sound like a cool guy. Okay, give it to me raw. You shouldn't say that so loud. Come on, give it to me raw. That'll make me feel good about myself.
Well, word choice, Ryan. That is what she said. Okay. Because she didn't have a father, so you get it. But yeah, I'm still not following. We said we call salt and pepper basically like mystic items here. Now I get it. It's a skit. It's a joke. But Ryan's skits are based in pointing out the absurdity of daily life. There's nothing absurd here. I think that's the widest thing Ryan's ever said, implying that seasoning is absurd. That's a white person thing. Now, I might look white, but I'm Cuban and Puerto Rican. I'm just pale-skinned, okay? I like seasoning. White people notoriously are strange. They find seasoning to be a threat to them. What is it? People say the British people, they took over half the world to steal everyone's spices just to not use them. Truth. What's wrong with you, white people? Season your food. There isn't a food that you shouldn't be seasoning that, aside from processed packaged stuff that's already gone through some sort of, like, if you're making your own food, aside from like eating a raw fruit or something, you should be seasoning it. It scares me, the amount of food people don't season. It really does. Please season your food. And if you're not going to, please don't invite people to your house to eat. Thank you.
No, look, just take one bite of the hot chicken jelly. Tell me what you think. Well, don't call it that. Steamy chicken slime. That's much worse. Eat my hot goop. I mean, I don't even know how to approach this stuff. Is it solid or liquid? It's all three. I didn't say gas. That part comes after. Let me think about it. Maybe I'll come back later. Oh, no, you got...
Eggs make you gassy? All right, Ryan's definitely got some sort of issue with eggs. Eggs do not make me gassy. What have you been eating? Also, scrambled eggs, I mean, I guess some people make them a soft scramble and they're a little liquidy, but traditionally, I think most people cook out their scrambled eggs enough that there's not really a liquid element to it anymore. But I want to discuss with Ryan what happened to him and eggs. There's got to be a story there, because I'm usually right there with him. And I'm like, relatable content, exaggerating the absurdity of daily life. This, I'm just like, Ryan, did something happen to you?
Gotta eat it in the morning, I decided. Well, that seems arbitrary. Any other time of day, this is gross and depressing. It's gotta start the day. Well,
no, I'll eat eggs any time of the day. Yeah, there's different ways to prepare it. Like, I hard boil several eggs for a week, usually. Dice those up, put them in a salad. Egg salad sandwich as well. That's another way to do eggs later in the day. Obviously, breakfast for dinner is always a vibe. Do we not even know that there's other ways to eat eggs? You can eat them anytime. You like fried chicken? Are you going to try to make that breading without eggs? Because that breading's going to suck. Eggs.
Well, it is off to a pretty depressing start, and I do have to eat sometimes to not die, so...
Yep.
Well, you know what? This isn't half bad. I could really see myself making this at home. Perfect. Buy 12 chicken rocks from me. That is so many. And why are you holding that? It's for my anger issues. I just get mad spontaneously.
We usually have to have 24 eggs in our house. Because, I mean, everything uses eggs. We bake a lot, so you have to have eggs for that. It's not just, I eat eggs as well, but, the eggs are... We go through eggs in my house. There's 4 of us in here, in this house. We got to eat them eggs.
I think I'm going to go beat some eggs now. Beat them? Yeah, with a fork. I feel like somebody's going to get hurt. It's worth the whisk. Did you just mispronounce risk? Okay, you know what? I did. But that actually gives me an idea. Oh, you're going to name something a whisk? No, I'm going to beat you with a fork. Okay, I'm giving this play 0 stars.
Well,
Hi there, hello, it's me. I'm the Adstronaut. I'm out here in ad space
Tell
to
us
talk to you
about
about
Opera.
So listen, living out in the dark
I use
void
Opera
of
GX,
space,
though.
I obviously
The
have a lot
gaming
of hobbies. Like, for example, counting stars. There are at least 7 behind me. And luckily,
Imagine
the Opera
using
browser
Opera
helps me in a bunch
vanilla.
of different ways, so I can work hard and play hard. Like how its Tab Islands feature helps me stay organized by arranging tabs into separate expandable.
actually, I bet Opera Vanilla is probably just as good as Opera GX, you know, on the real. Opera's a great browser, by the way, guys. Use it. Ryan's not lying. I think some people say they're selling your data or something. Every browser is doing that. Get over yourself and use Opera.
And collapsible groups called islands. That leaves me more time to.
But Firefox and Brave browser aren't. Yes, they are. Grow up. Okay? Grow up. Eat your eggs. Use Opera. Grow up. That's the moral of this video. I think this video's gone long enough. We don't need to see the rest of the ad. Use Ryan's code when you download Opera. Link to his videos in the description so you could get to it easier. I don't know, man. Eggs are good. Get off my channel.